So yeah, over to you, Tejas.
Okay, can you see my screen? Can you see the presentation?
Yes, 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 it is visible.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, let's start. So hi all, I am Tejas. You might know me because of the elections. Okay, I will turn on my video. Yeah, okay. So I will. Uh, Yeah, I will just brief you about ITC structure in short because I have received a lot of questions from your batch basically regarding they were basically unclear about what's ITC and the structure of ITC. So yeah, here it's a simple diagram for you. So yeah, there are three things that come under ITC, very simplified structure. So first is hobby clubs, like web and coding club, electronics robotics club. So these are hobby clubs. So the main agenda of this club is to give opportunity for enthusiastic student to learn something else than the usual academics and develop their skills or do projects or anything that they like uh, in any topic they want other than their branch or their branch. So yeah, so that those are hobby clubs. So the thing about hobby clubs is they basically recruit once every year. So like this is, as you know, this is recruitment, like this is the selection procedure for conveners, and that happens once every year around this time, around April. So the hobby clubs that the tenure of the team is of 1 year. So every year the team is new and all the positions the people on all the positions change. So they organize events which are usually freshly focused because their aim is to basically the people can explore basically different aspects of tech. So that's why the events are mainly freshly focused, but there are many events those are for seniors as well, like competitions, hackathons, etc. And the conveners or the managers of the hobby clubs, they learn the skills like organizational skills, then soft skills like communication, leadership skills, or management, etc. These are all non-core skills. And apart from that, obviously tech is there because these are tech clubs. So this is about hobby clubs. Then there are technical teams. So you might have heard about a lot of teams over the past year because there are recruitments going on like Mars rover team or satellite team or UAV team or racing team. So these are various teams, like and they recruit as per need. Like they have a specific team. They have the usual goal of the team is some competition. They are targeting some competition, and their goal is to win that competition. So as per their need, they recruit people, and there are different subsystems, and they work on some project, some hardware part, etc. And you can stay in the team till you graduate. You can obviously leave the team if you want to, but there is no basically hard criteria for uh, as like a tenure. There is no tenure for tech teams. So there are around 10 to 15 technical teams, and they are growing. So yeah, the number of tech teams is increasing. And as the name suggests, or if some of you may already be part of some tech team, and as you might know, there is a lot of tech. Like it's actual hardcore tech that is going on in tech teams. So yeah, the third part is hostel tech councils. So every hostel has their own different councils. Like there is a hostel council, and under which there are different councils that is maintenance council, mess council, or sports council, cult council, tech council. So similarly, the tech council here they come under hostel council, and they basically lead all the hostel technical activities. Like maybe there might be some event in hostel or some competition, or there are technical GCs where all hostels compete to win the tech cup. So the hostel tech council basically leads the hostel participation in the tech GCs. So GCs is basically general championship, you might know. So this hostel tech council work hand in hand with clubs and rest of ITC, because they have something that clubs don't have, clubs have something that they don't have, and all of these, like all three things, all these three parts work hand in hand. So this is about the basic structure of ITC. So what is currently going on is convener selection. We will now see the different positions of responsibilities. in ITC. Okay. So yeah, so these are the various positions of responsibilities. So yeah, I am General Secretary Technical Affairs. That is here you can see at the top. Then there are different nominees. There is UG nominee, PG nominee, project and tech team nominee. So these are various nominees which are also fourth year or above, like fourth year or fifth year students. Like they will be fourth or fifth year students next year, coming year. And then there are managers or seckies of various clubs and the web and media team. So these are usually third year students or above. And similarly, in hostel tech council, there are hostel tech codes. And again, they are third year or above students. And below them, there the actual working part of the ITC, like the those who conduct events or those who lead all the ITC activities. These are conveners and hostel tech seckies. So conveners are basically conveners and managers together form a team of a club, and they together hold different events and in for all the students of the institute. Sometimes maybe freshers only, sometimes maybe seniors only, but yeah, usually the events are open for all. And in hostel tech sekis are again sophomore students or above. Yeah, so going ahead, so yeah, these are various clubs. Uh, I guess yeah, the first is WNCC and all other clubs name is in the logo. So yeah, so this is these are various clubs for which the positions of conveners are open. You can choose any club. Basically, you might have seen the form and there are preferences. So you can give 1 to 9 preferences for these 9 clubs, and uh, then the procedure will go like this. So now the forms are open till 6th or 7th of May, and then there will be groundworks. Groundworks is where you try to get to know as much as possible about your club, about the club that you want to join. So you talk to seniors or you talk to club managers, past club managers, and there you basically ask them questions, and you will know about your job or what you will do over the tenure in depth. And after that, there will be interviews and the selections for the club conveners. So yeah, this is the basic procedure, and selections will be the selection will finalize before your exams. Okay, so going forward, yeah, and Sharvari, you can continue, I guess.
Yes, okay. So let's start with Web and Coding Club.
So hello guys, I am Divyansh Natani, convener of Web and Coding Club, which we fondly call as WNCC. So next slide please. So we, previous slide I guess, one slide. So what is WNCC? So we are not just a club, but our main motive is to provide a community for the people, the coding enthusiasts in the country, in the institute. So as a part of ITC, we aim to provide a gateway for the people in our institute to join the coding community. We create a platform for which we allow to gain assistance and mentorship to enhance their coding ability. Our aim is to propagate the enthusiasm for coding in the institute, and especially among freshmen. We believe that every student here at IITB should have an opportunity to learn how to code and develop a passion for it. The secret of getting ahead is getting started, and we aim to provide every student with the right start. So, as I said, we're a part of the community, and we have various communities, starting from CP group, the competitive coding group, which we started in this tenure, which are group. This is a closed group, which are where we have the CP enthusiasts, which discuss about various problems and algorithms. Then there's DevCom, and I'm sure most of you will be known about the DevCom. So WNCC is very closely connected to DevCom, and we quite often collaborate for events, hackathons, and workshops. Then there's a blockchain IITB circle, which is the group of blockchain enthusiast people which discuss about the current technologies in the blockchain circle. Then coming about the events, our flagship event is the Season of Code, and which just went by. And just to tell you the amount, the big amount we lead, we had around 1,300 project applications this year. So this is the level that we deal about. Then we have WNCC Wiki, which is one of the exhaustive resources of the institute with regards to the coding, where you can find articles with almost every topic of coding. And then InstiApp, which we all use, also was one of the founding projects of WNCC. And yeah, I guess we all use InstiApp right now, and it's just part of our Insti life. Next slide, please. So what do we do? So we organize workshops, hackathons, competitions, and I guess many of you would have participated in these, which have happened in the last tenure. Then we organize webinars. Not many webinars are organized after you come, but we have organized various organized with the seniors, with the Institute Machak seniors in the coding world, and with the seniors, with the teachers or the professors which do projects. So just in this tenure in the lockdown, we had the Insti Against COVID-19 webinar series, where we invited professors to share their projects which they were doing, which the coding related projects that were doing. Then one of the major is the resource development. We have a huge resources and we need to collaborate. We collaborate with the clubs to make resources, as well as to just make the coding resources as large and as simple as possible. And then we have community discussions. As I said, it's about the community and not a club. And why? Simply for the love of the coding that we have. Next slide, please. So my fellow convener Atharva would take over from here and will tell you about some of our initiatives this tenure.
Hey, this is Atharva. I'm also a convener at WNCC in this current year. So, as Divyansh has mentioned some of the events that we conduct, what I'll be briefing you about is a few of them and how you as conveners would be directly involved in them and what your role would be. So, here are a few that were conducted by us. So, normally in an offline SEM, we would have the events in an offline mode where you would gather in one of the halls and we would present some slides and show you and demonstrate. But this year, since it was online, and sadly, the next SEM might as well be. So, what we did was mainly focus on resource development in this. So, the initiatives we did were Code in Quarantine. So, wherein we collaborated with seniors and our council as well, where we provided an exhaustive resource repository wherein you can learn various topics right from scratch. Then we also had the learner space, and this is quite quite a big event where we saw 500 plus participants, wherein you would be introduced to various fields of coding. And this was a 6-week long course, and I'm happy to say that this was entirely done by the conveners. So even if you have a little knowledge, you'll build it up as you go along. And the important thing about being a convener is you need the enthusiasm to conduct the events and stay on the ground level of things and collaborate with other clubs. So the wiki, initially it was just a wiki confined to the coding club, but this year we have collaborated with other clubs to launch an institute-wide wiki. So you need to collaborate with clubs, with seniors, and for the talks you'll be talking to professors, alumni. So as a convener, you'll be responsible to look at the ground level of things. So you'll have to organize everything, get in the speakers, prepare the platforms. So you might have heard about the code game. So even that was done by the conveners itself. So yeah, that's the main thing of being a convener in the club. So can I have the next slide? Okay, so these are pics from a few initiatives that we had. So and I'm happy to say again that a few of them were done exclusively by the conveners. So even you as a convener, if you are interested in a particular topic, you can go ahead, you can learn it, and you can also promote that love for that topic in coding with the whole institute. And in such a way, you'll build a community of enthusiasts, and that's what this post is all about. Okay, I myself personally also have been involved in a few, and this is what I like the most about being a convener. That if you like some topic in coding, you can be there and you can promote that topic on the institute level, and get interested people to form a group and help them develop their skills whilst also learning. So that's all from my side. I'll hand back over to Divyansh.
So yes, so as I would add to the Atharva, like my experience was same. It was a very great tenure I had. One or two things I would like to add was like the convener training program that ITC had from our tenure. So it helped us a lot. So we got to learn a very new things, starting from GitHub to Jekyll to other various programs and softwares that we would require throughout the throughout our tenure. And it was a great experience. And as Athava said, it's like love for the coding, as well as you get to learn about managing events and watching the backends, how it goes on. The coming to the selection procedure, so we have simple. You will fill up the form, and there would be assignment that will be floated, and you will be noticed. You will be notified on the student notices about it. So, like assignment will be a very simple coding assignment, and as experience from my tenure or from the previous tenures, I can tell people just fear for the assignment, but the assignment is very simple and can be easily done. It's for us to check your enthusiasm for the coding and not the coding knowledge. So myself, I started coding with the CS 101, and I was having it in the second sem, which was just half break due to COVID lockdown situations. But I was also able to solve the assignment, and so it was very simple. Like I solved it with the half knowledge of the CS 101. So like you have completed the CS 101. I hope it would be a cakewalk for you. So yeah, then there would be, we would select the people who have done well, and then there would be groundworks and interviews. Then the groundworks will be very few. We don't organize much groundworks, and we will be having with the seniors, and they will be telling exactly what the roles is, and you can ask questions about the events and what procedures and all. And then we will have interviews and selection would be done. So we have conveners and volunteers, and the post is very different, but the work is not. We have almost similar work and work distribution, and there's nothing a differentiation between convener and volunteer as of in WNCC. Maybe the workload of of a volunteer would be a little less than a convener, or other all will be the same. So yeah, don't be afraid of it. Just check out the assignment. Maybe you might like it, and you might just attend the groundworks to get enthusiasm. And hope to see you in groundworks and interview. I'll sign off with the tagline: "Coders together strong." Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Divyansh and Atharva. Over to Aero Modeling Club.
Hello everyone, this is Jay Jiman Putra, Aero Modeling Club Secretary. Through this presentation, I would like you to introduce how conveners see our club and why do you want to be a convener. Next slide. Yeah, so most of the time before this, you are in the receiving end of our initiatives. So the way you see the club is a body that just conducts events and initiatives and all those things. But club is not just that. Club is supposed to cater to anyone who enjoys and likes to learn aero modeling. For that, we have events, projects, workshops, and a lot more. Next slide. Yeah, so before we go to the convener specific part, let me introduce you to the club domain. Here I just added 5 images because of the lack of space. They are like anything that flies is just club domain. The first thing is obviously the bread and butter of Aero Modeling Club. That's the fixed wing aircraft. This plane especially has some fond memories attached to it. Like this was the one which won us the Skyrush competition. The second is the quadcopters, which are like the aerial robotics part where you code and you make them perform the problem statements and all those things. The third, which I fondly call the wacky stuff. Anything that is not exactly conventional but can fly. Like this is a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. The next one, the orange one, you can see that's an ornithopter. And the last part is the analysis part, which we just started working more extensively from this year, being an online and all. This is an open VSP analysis. All these things you can learn more, explore more as a part of convener. And yeah, next slide. So as already stated, what are the jobs of a convener and in general, what's the responsibilities and advantages of a convener. But I would like to address what are the perks of being an aero modeling convener in specific. Our club encourages a lot of national level competitions. Like I participated in Skyrush, I participated in Techriti, and we like the club constantly gives you backing, seniors give you supports, any software you require, and all those things. Club will always provide any hardware, anything. And also club will provide you team members which are like-minded people who are interested in taking part in it, so competitions become a lot more fun. The second part, which is like a huge advantage, is the aero modeling club inventory. I mean, trust me, you have not seen it, it's huge. It's something which you dream of. And not only just for offline sim, we even had the inventory access to online sim, where we got material shipped to us and we make projects. Talking about projects, we encourage a lot of club projects for conveners too. Anything you want to build, let it be, I mean, make it wacky, make it simple, plain, anything. You just approach the club as a convener or without a convener as well. But yeah, and you could get access to materials and all those things. And obviously, if you are interested in something more than just aero modeling, you want to do poster designing, web designing, you are free to open to explore, and we'll help you. Next slide. Yeah, this is the gist of what your perks and events and all those things. But apart from being just a continuous working machine, we also love to enjoy. I mean, we are a set of people, you see, so we do have a lot of enjoyment. In the offline sim, the Seki used to take people to the treats after a successful event or something. But to compensate for that, this time we did a prank with a Seki. I mean, you can see the images, like that was a prank which we performed. And I mean, it was a thorough, I mean, enjoyable experience, which I feel everyone would like to be a part of. Next slide. Yeah, this is our team. So you can always contact them, and we'll be there in the channel if you have any doubts. Next slide. Yeah. Thank you. Handing over to the next.
Yeah. Thanks, Ray. Next we have Biotech Club.
Yes, hello. Hello, Sharvari. Could you please confirm if I'm audible right now?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sure. So I'll start with a very brief introduction. I'm Abhinav Damor, a candidate for this year's Biotech Secretary. Now let's begin with the convener briefing. Yes, next slide, please. Okay, our vision, we strive to build a community of bio enthusiasts, but at the same time make sure that the club is a place for anyone who harbors curiosity and enjoys a good event. Next slide, please. So events, we have events lined up catering to everyone, and when I say everyone, I actually mean this. Next slide, please. Okay. If you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes or maybe solving murders is your thing, we have our flagship event, CSI, Crime Scene Investigation, which for the first time this year will be conducted in an online setting. Yes, next slide, please. Yes, and if art and painting is maybe something you have always been drawn to, this year we'll be having Streak, where you get to paint with bacteria on jelly-like agar substances. Next slide, please. Okay, if you sort of take pride in being a quiz master or maybe online treasure hunts and crypt hunts is your thing, we have Symbiont Hunt, and I would like to mention that this has definitely not been copied from Sarcasm. This next slide, please. Yes, if you're someone that wants to try their hand on coding, like I believe a lot of people are here for that, we have Code On, where you'll be solving bioinformatics problems. And next slide, please. And lastly, if you're just in general a curious guy, and I've often wondered how your girlfriend's pregnancy kit works, we have an event for you too. how things work where we dismantle common yet fascinating devices. Next slide, please. Yes, the club projects. The picture on the left is a voice control prosthetic arm that I, along with the conveners, will be working on this year. And next slide, please. And finally, coming to the roles of a biotech convener, you will be helping organizing the club activities and helping craft a murder mystery and recreating a crime scene for CSI Online and working with similar minds on exciting projects. And you'll also grow and get a platform to explore the world of biotechnology. And you would also get to work alongside the club in the setting of the IGM team that we sort of have this year. And also you would get to explore your areas of interest in interdisciplinary biology. Next slide, please. Okay, finally, if you do decide to sign up for the club, we don't guarantee that you'll fall in love with biology, but I assure you that you'll have a good time. Thank you.
Thanks, Abhinav. Now next we have Maths and Physics Club.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Rohini, you are audible.
Yeah. Okay. So MLP is basically Maths and Physics Club. So some of you might be wondering that why do we have a separate club for Maths and Physics? That all of us have learned basic Maths and Physics during our JEE preparation, and many of us are doing courses in the institute as well. Then why do we have a separate club for that? Then the thing is that this is hobby club and this is not related to any particular department or any particular course. Here we discuss math, we discuss physics and logic, and it is a community of like-minded people, and we have competitive as well as non-competitive events. And so it is a community of people who like to discuss sciences and participate in activities, and not necessarily that should be related to courses. So can you please move to the next slide? Yeah. I'll hand over to Mahadeva. Okay. Okay, I'll continue the presentation. So we have, as I said, we have competitive as well as non-competitive events. So competitive events include Bazinga, the event that we had just a month ago. Then we have group discussions. Group discussion is sort of the key attraction of Maths and Physics Club. So group discussion is basically that revolves around a topic. There is a topic and a group of people come together, and there are one or two people who lead the GD, and we basically discuss ideas related to that particular topic. Then we have various talks and lectures. Uh, During quarantine, we had a series of talks called as quarantine talks. Other competitive events that I forgot to mention include Mathathon. Mathathon is sort of the math Olympiad of IIT Bombay. Then there is physics detective competition that is supposed to be held in offline semester. Then in this tenure, we had some trivia quizzes, and then there are other such competitive events. But the nature will depend upon whether the future tenure is online or offline. Then in case of offline events, we have lab visits and workshops. This year we had two workshops. One was quantum computing workshop, and the other was number theory and cryptography workshop. And we have Summer of Science. You might have registered for Summer of Science activity. It is basically a reading project where we choose a topic and you can learn about that particular topic. So these are some of the events that we have during the tenure. Can you move to the next slide?
Yeah, so forget the little hiccup. So I mean, I wasn't able to unmute myself. Anyway, so yeah, about conveners. So conveners are actually, they are the ones who are responsible for executing the activities and events which we do in this club. And it's a very interesting work because you get to explore a lot of different areas in maths and physics within the short tenure of yours. And more importantly, so as touched upon the group discussions, these are carried out by the conveners, and you can pick up any sort of interesting topic which you would like to talk about, and you'll be able to have a nice discussion on top of it, and it's always a fun experience. And you also get to make questions, which is it's actually really interesting experience, when you get to go over different kinds of sources for questions and even make original questions. It's always a fun experience. And of course, you get to interact with a lot of people who are experts in various fields, and even visit labs, in the case where we can actually have an offline sem of your choice. And yeah, the major part is having fun in these events, and you also get to learn a lot of interesting stuff and appreciate math and physics in a way where you wouldn't possibly be able to do, appreciate it in the form of a course. So we can do stuff like that being a convener too, and even attending our events and stuff. Yeah. Over to you, Rohini.
Yeah, so here are some glimpses of the offline semester, of the offline tenure that we previously had. So here, this is the picture of group discussion that we had. Then the lab visit. Then there is a picture of one competition that was held. And yeah, like we hope that we will have offline tenure. At least some part of the tenure will be offline. So these are the pictures of offline tenure that we had previously. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, and there are decent chances that we will have some part of the tenure to be online as well. So this was what we had during this tenure. So there is a picture of our team. Then there is a picture of Bazinga event that we had. All of us had a lot of fun during Bazinga and other events as well. Then the Current Talk series that we mentioned before. Then there was a scientific computing workshop conducted by MNP during the Learner Space thing. So there is a poster of that as well. Can you move to the next slide? Yeah, so here is a short video of what we had during MNP tenure, some part of the MNP tenure. Okay, so basically being part of MNP or being a convener of MNP is basically about being enthusiastic about maths and physics and discussing these activities. So I guess the audio is not available, so I'll just move to the next slide. So here we had a meet of past 7 generations of MNP. That was an online meet. And also many people have asked me this question, that what was my motivation to be convener of MNP club? And the answer was simple. I was very enthusiastic about maths and science, and so it was a natural choice for me to join the club. And there was also this question frequently asked, do we need to have knowledge of maths and physics to join the club? The answer is enthusiasm and ability to learn matters more than having some knowledge of maths or physics. Of course, you will have to conduct some activities, suppose GD, then for that group discussion, you will need some subject knowledge. But if you have the ability and enthusiasm to learn that particular topic and then conduct the GD, then that is more important and more appreciated than knowing so many theorems and results previously. So we will not be conducting any written maths or physics test, but we will be more interested in your enthusiasm and commitment. And being a convener of MNP gave me a lot, and it was an amazing experience during this tenure. Um, Myself interested in I'm from a similar department. I'm from math department, so it was sort of helpful for me as well in terms of that. But it is not necessary to be part of any particular department. In my case, there were 2 or 3 activities of MNP that I enjoyed particularly, and that ended up with the course projects or other projects that I took, and so it was a good boost for me. There were some activities, some managerial part of activities that I enjoyed the most. For example, the back end of preparation of Bazinga, and that thing was very enjoyable thing and a very a good experience for all of us. Then conducting the workshop was a very new thing to us, and there were many technical and non-technical things that we had to manage during the tenure, and it was fun. Then another important experience that I like to highlight is making the question for GC that we had. We had a long discussion of 7 to 8 hours, and we started with an idea. Then that idea evolved, and we came up with a question. And that journey from a small idea to coming up with a question and successfully conducting the GC, that itself was a good experience. And then interaction with all the seniors from MNP, and being part of the MNP club was always a good thing to be. So for those, all of you who are interested in maths, physics, or logic, and want to explore and meet similar-minded people, then MNP is a place for you. That's it. Thank you.
Yes, thanks Rohini and Mahadevan. So I'll be briefing you about the Electronics and Robotics Club. So introducing myself once again, I am Sharvari Sinkar, Institute Electronics and Robotics Secretary. So Electronics and Robotics Club was born in 2017 from 2 of its parents club, that is Electronics Club and Robotics Club. Previously, these 2 clubs were different. Yeah, next slide, please. So who are we? So we aim to cultivate tinkering spirits and build a community of electronics and robotics enthusiasts. ERC emphasizes to promote the practical implementation of innovative technical ideas. Here are some glimpses of offline semester that we had. There are various types of events. So next slide, please. Here you can see the Accelerate competition, then the line follower competition. In online SEM also we did have some sort of competitions. Then we have workshops. Next slide, please. Yeah, you can see here, these are some glimpses of Jhatka GC, then Get Electrified, Analog plus Digital, then Get Mechanized, Get Electrified. Then we do have lab visits, hackathons, and group discussions on various topics related to electronics and robotics. Next slide. Yes, so here you can see the Accelerate, which is the flagship event. Many teams participate in it. So last year, nearly 150 plus teams participated, and it was a huge response. Unfortunately, due to online semester, we couldn't conduct Accelerate this year. But we do have similar type of competition in online SEM too. So yeah, next slide. These are some of the events for the online semester. We did conduct the Arduino Bootcamp, then Jhatka GC. Also, we conducted the ER101 series, which consisted of 7 various topics, which revolved around a particular problem statement. It included various topics, right from image processing, then discussing about the kinematics, then the ROS part and all of it. Next slide, please. So yeah, coming to the convener's job. So conveners are the face of the club. They represent the club. So of course, they would be the primary executors of the club goals. They would be also participating in various external competitions. Like this year, we conveners participated in eYantra competition, which is a national competition. Also, the other competitions such as Party India Hackathon or even the TechFest competitions provide a good opportunity for the conveners and for other people also to participate in them. Then majorly conveners would be involved in execution of various events. They would be involved in direct execution and its implementation through comprising of both technical as well as non-technical aspects. So yeah, next slide. So This is about the last year's ERC treat, ERC family, last year conveners and managers. So we do have enjoyment part 2 apart from the work. Yeah, next slide. Yeah, and this is the ERC team for 2020-2021. So if you have any doubts, you can contact any one of us. And yeah, that's it. Thank you. Next we have chemistry club. Yeah.
Hello, yeah, is Siddhant here? Just wanted to quickly ask one. Okay. I guess I'll start. So hi guys. I hope you are having a great time here. And so one of the things. Okay, I guess you get to see all the behind the scenes of the presentations here. So yeah, coming back to the presentation. So yeah, as you can see, trying out some chemicals is one really thing IITians really like. So you know one of the things which really fascinates me is the fun of chemistry. And you know the benefits of conveners are so are like I can't even list them down completely. So I have one of my own conveners. So I'm the manager of chemistry club currently for the last 2 days. So yeah, I will put that as my bragging right. So I have Siddhant here, who has been a convener for chemistry club. So I asked Siddhant to take it away from here if he is here by any chance. Siddhant, are you here?
Hello guys, this is Siddhant Kolke representing Chemistry Club today. It's a community where we dive into all things chemical. I've had such a great tenure as a convener, and I'll be more than willing to tell you guys all about it, as to what you might be in for if you take the leap with us. I don't want to slide change, please. Excuse me. Could we change the slide? Yeah, thank you. I mean, okay. You can go back. I think the second slide. Yeah, thank you. I don't want to bore you with everything we did, but in a year like no other, we worked on a nationwide competition called Rasayanix with more than 60 plus applicants. And we delved into a lot of blogging, and also we went deep into content creation. We delved into relevant topics like how to deal with the coronavirus, genetic engineering, and how it's on the brink of changing the world. We also looked into some really deep chemistry stuff like how something about the Nobel Prize in Chemistry, which was the CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing system. We had a lot of write-ups on that. So can we change the slide, please? Next, I think the third slide. I'm not sure it's reflecting in my... Yeah, so about us, let me ask you this. What do Rick Sanchez, Walter White, and a dude from Steins Gate have in common? They're all mad scientists driven by the one thing that they hold truest in their hearts, and that is curiosity and the daring to push the boundaries of what is possible. So what you're getting from us is an all-in-one experience where we connect chemistry everywhere, from pop culture to cutting-edge tech, and all-round interdisciplinary expertise. Giving you an overview of this slide, you'll be part of a foundational team like no other. Being a new club, we get flexibility and privileges unlike other clubs. And since we are doing everything from the ground up, you'll be involved in the ideation of some of the coolest events we'll be planning. So if you have ever had a strange fascination for, mixing two chemicals, watching them explode, or simply watching molecules dance and be interested in simulations, we are there to ideate with you. Apart from that, being a part of an institute-wide community like ITC gives you those deep connections and the community building, which you will cherish not only in Insti, but also after. Can we change the slide, please? So yeah, thank you. Like, share, subscribe, and we are on social media. We are on Instagram and Facebook. If you'd like to get in touch with me, I'm Siddhant Kolke, and I'd love to talk with you guys if you want any other details regarding how to become a convener and how we are planning things this year. So yeah, see you on the wild side. Thank you.
And apologies for all the mishaps in the presentation.
Thanks, Siddhant and Sanjay. So next club is Energy Club.
Sure, very good. Confirm if I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Sure, guys. So I'll introduce myself first. I am Bithal Parida, and currently I'm the Institute Secretary for the Energy Club. Next slide, please. So yeah, before moving into the depths of what we do, what events that we have, so I'll just brief you on what is the purpose of the Energy Club? What do we aim at? So we aim at catering the energy enthusiast community that is there in our institute. So which generally is not one kind of people. It's a variety wherein we have energy entrepreneurs, we have inventors in the field of energy, we have researchers, then we have policy makers, or maybe some general people who just want to know what their energy consumption is. So they might be interested in finding out where they use the energy and how can they improve the energy consumption. So that is the purpose of the Energy Club. Mainly motivated towards spreading awareness and getting more people into the field of energy, because this is a field where which is growing a lot and requires a lot of attention right now. So discussions is something that is really prevalent in the energy community and the Energy Club. So wherein we discuss about prevalent issues like global warming, climate change, and also we dive into the technical aspect of the Energy Club, wherein we discuss about the new technologies in the club, in the energy sector. So moving on to our major events that we generally have. So first up, it's the Energize Quiz. That is our flagship event, which is generally for the freshies, and a lot of freshies this year participated, and we had a good turn up this year, and also the event was successful. Also keeping in mind that generally a perk of the Energize Quiz is having pizzas, which was not there due to this online semester, but then still there was a good turn up that we had. Then we have the energy podcast series, wherein we had speakers from various genres like government officials, industrialists, then policymakers, or maybe some good alums that we had and who have been running successful startups. So one picture that I have put up here is about Dr. Minoru Takada. He's in the Department of Sustainable Development Goals at the United Nations. So we had good speakers turning up for the energy podcast. Then next up, we had the Water Talks, wherein professors from not just the energy department. You might be thinking, this being the Energy Club, it falls in line with the energy department, but that is not the very case, because energy, again, being a very interdisciplinary field, links with various departments, may it be metallurgy, may it be electrical, may it be mechanical. And to be a trivia fact, I too am from the mechanical engineering department. So yeah, Water Talks had professors from various fields, from professors from the elect department, from the mech department, meta department, and also from the energy department, turning up and giving their insights on various topics, specific topics. Then we had the Tesla battery day breakdown, wherein we discussed about what was actually, where we discussed the major points that were put up by the almighty, we might say, in the energy field, Elon Musk and his team during the Tesla battery day. And to complete this list, I surely want to add the Unbill GC, which is the energy GC, and GCs being a very integral part of the system that we have in our institute. Next slide, please. Then there are more events, as in these were events which are very student specific. The community inside the institute benefited. But then we also have many collaborative events, as in collaboration with clubs inside the institute, like the sustainability cell, the zero waste team, or may it be collaborative events with energy clubs outside our institute. May it be the TU Delft College, the and ISES College, or maybe the Durham University. So these all very reputed universities have turned up to collaborate and form. We are trying to actually form an international association as well. We'll come to it in a while. So we also had this energy crash course this year, being owing to an online semester, which we opened nationwide, and we got 1200 plus registrations, and a lot of them actually completing and getting certified for the same. Then we collaborate with various industries, very reputed industries like Shell, or maybe the MIT Energy Club, which actually has their hackathon, so which is quite reputed. So this year we participated in two of the events, two of the competitions that are organized, two hackathons, one being Shell AI hackathon and one being MIT Energy Hack. But in my tenure and in this coming tenure, we aim to participate in more of competitions. So that is something you might hang on to. And then there is something big coming up, the International Virtual Symposium. So wherein we have collaboration with NTU, the Singapore College, TU Delft, Durham University, IES, and a lot of universities have been invited, and we are waiting for the response. So this would be an International Energy Club Association that is forming, and soon the first event would be launched, being an International Virtual Symposium. Next. So apart from this, we have our outreach ideas, wherein we have been promoting events on our Facebook page, our Instagram page. We also have our YouTube channel, which has a quite good growth in just a span of 7 months or so. And also we now have a reach on Spotify, wherein we are hosting podcast. And this year we also introduced our very own newsletter, which is the Joules. 2 editions have been already launched, and more will be coming up very soon. Next. So yeah, what roles do the conveners have? So conveners, as said by all the clubs, I will just give a brief summary. As in, they are the workhorses actually. Maybe an idea in my mind, or maybe in your mind as a convener. All these ideas are converted into an actual event by the help of conveners. They are the workhorses of the club. They are the representatives, as in the institute secretary or the manager might not go to each and every person asking for speakers or asking for suggestions about events. So that is the convener's job, and they go out, they reach out to various people. That helps them in their own networking, and you come in touch with good professors, good industrialists, and maybe you might get some projects or internship opportunities via this good networking that you form. Also, as said by the previous secretaries and managers, the field knowledge, having knowledge about the field of energy is not a prerequisite to become a convener. It's just the enthusiasm towards learning that you should have throughout the tenure, and that will make you more apt to be a better convener, rather than the person who has a lot of knowledge but then is not willing to learn throughout the tenure. Because being a convener, you'll not just learn technical aspects, but you'll learn various life skills, maybe time management, or maybe networking, as I said before. Next slide. So yeah, I would end by saying, whatever good things that we build end up building us. So yeah, having a great vision to a great tenure next year. I hope people turn up and we have a blast in the Energy Club. Thank you. That was it from my side.
Thank you so much, Vittal. Now, next we have Kritika, that is the Astronomy Club.
Hello everyone, I am Manan Seth. I am an EP Sophie and the upcoming Institute Astronomy Secretary. And I would like to form the upcoming team for Kritika, the Astronomy Club, with you. So, as part of Kritika, we foster the astro enthusiasm in the Institute and work in almost every field of interest you can think of. As a convener, you get opportunity to do the following. Next slide, please. So first off, we have our Kritika summer projects, which are extensive projects over the summer with almost research level analysis. So as a convener, you will work as moderators, have close relations to mentors, and be helping out the mentors in keeping the projects. So last year we had some exciting topics such as star hopping, exoplanets, and fun team animations, which has now continued beyond the Kritika summer projects and formed a vast team that is being headed by Dr. Akshat Singhal. Next slide. Then, as conveners, you will get a flavor of astrophotography. Being a part of Kritika can provide you with access to telescopes such as Growth India, and of course, Kritika's very vast inventory of telescopes. These pictures are of the Ring Nebula on the left, which was processed by me, and the Whirlpool Galaxy on the right, which was processed by my co-convener Vaishnav. Next slide. So we have several events such as the Reading Club. Now, the Reading Club is an event requiring prerequisites where we have open discussions with experienced speakers on current papers, which are sending ripples through the astrophysics community. As a convener, you will get access to these and help realize such events and have close interactions with the speakers of such events. We also have many exciting lectures from various famous people in the field. Next slide. So, observation sessions. When the institute is open, we keep stargazing sessions regularly when the skies are clear. As a convener, by the end of your tenure, you will be having enough experience to host one yourself and handle the telescopes. Also, you can see the picture on the top left and top right are edited, clicked and edited by our club members, such as Himansh, who was an enthusiast, and Vaishnav. Okay, as conveners, you will learn various soft skills and help to the club through tasks such as writing articles and blog posts, which will go up on our website. You can work on our website itself, manage our social media, and more. These will help increase the outreach of astronomy in the club and beyond. So this is Astromania. This is one of our flagship events, which we hosted very recently. It is a pretty fun quiz and which has innovative rounds and is definitely a fun experience to host, where we make questions and form some great bonds with our co-conveners. So lastly, we do not expect you to know astronomy beforehand. It's okay if you haven't even attended a single Kritika event yet. A considerable number of our current conveners, such as Vaishnav, Ananya, and more, had not even attended a single event, and now they are very successful conveners. I hope to see you part of the team.
Thanks, Manan. And lastly, we have Tinkerer's Laboratory, TL.
Everyone, Sarvi, can you confirm if I am audible?
Yes, Aniket, you are audible.
Hello everyone, this is Aniket Agarwal. Currently, I am a convener of Tinkerer's Laboratory. So, after all the clubs, now here we have the home of all the clubs, which we say in our institute, TL. Can you go to the next one? So what does TL do? So basically it's a place where you can come tinker around. You can do whatever technovations you like. So what as a convener you need to do is provide resources for this. You need to manage the space which we have and give a real home for all the tech enthusiasts. Next slide, please. So what are our visions? So our vision is to build a community, a hub of innovation in which we can collaborate between students, professors, and outside world to get something, get tech-related innovative tinkering projects and other ideations. So what our mission is basically to create an environment where any student, any professor or anyone from IIT can come and tinker all they want and they can get all the help from the lab itself. So next slide please. What currently we are focusing, our events are focusing on. So we have done some hardware internships, provided some hardware internships to the students to let them explore. We are focusing on a research park, which is basically an industry level collaboration for our projects being done by the different events and workshops. Then we are collaborating with UG first year course to create a course of Tinkering 101. The small part of it was conducted in summer as a Tinkering bootcamp. Now we actually want to insert it inside the actual course. So next and important point is we are actually having a new space where we are getting more and more tools and inventory equipments, which is around 5,000 square feet. Next slide, please. So the equipments you can see, these are some of the equipments. We have CNC lathe machine, 3D printer, laser cutting machine. So you have to, as a convener, you have to learn this and take training sessions for the freshers. Next slide, please. We also have milling machines, power tool sections, and this electrical section. So we conduct training sessions for all these different machines and equipment. Next slide, please. These are some of the photos for students working in a lab. Next slide, please. Uh, Okay, yeah. So the projects held in this 2021 tenure is some of the COVID projects, and then we, due to great success of COVID project, we launched COVID Projects 2.0, which basically is a more real world implication of the COVID projects. So here we completed projects like auto hand sanitization, touchless mobile, air ionizer, and mask predict whether a person has weared a mask or not. So that kind of project. And then we have some touchless lift with automatic sanitizers in part 2. We have some eye detection, iris detection projects. So yeah, next slide, please. These are some of the projects in this training. So in TL, we basically conduct organize events which takes place via other clubs. So this is the place where that all happens. Next slide, please. These are some of the events which we have conducted in our tenure. So this is Mystery Box Challenge. Then we have a MATLAB Simulating Workshop, so, Tinkering Boot Camp, and these all workshops are to be conducted by the convener and or the professor in contact. Yeah, next slide, please. We also do some tech related talks, which basically motivates people to do tinkering and stuff. Yeah, next slide, please. So one more initiative which we take was Tinker Tuesday, which basically is our social on social handle. We posted every Tuesday. We posted a Tinker Tuesday kind of stuff, which gives information about latest tech related stuff in the real world. Next slide, please. Yeah, so this is some pictures of Smart India Hackathon. We in inside TL when during any competition, people work like Smart India Hackathon or Inter IITs and all. Yeah, next slide, please. Then this is past to past year. On past to past year, we came on DD National. Where Tinker's Lab was represented on DD National. So this is a photo of that. Next slide, please. Yeah, and at last we have around 5 startups emerged in the last 5 years. You can see the pictures of them. So in 5 years, each year approximately we are having one startup. So this is what comes and so basically we have to find such sources on how we can start this, contact sponsors and all. So yeah. Next slide, please. So yeah, what's your duty whenever someone misuses the lab? You have to take care of that. You have to no, you have to give them resources, but not let them misuse that. Next slide, please. So yeah, evaluation is a tinker. So are you, and so are everyone. So thank you, and yeah, that's it from my side. If you have any queries, you can ping any of the conveners or managers. So we are happy to help you. Yeah. Okay, that's it
Yes,
from me.
thank you, Aniket. So the individual clubs briefing session is over now. So basically, in respective clubs channel meet will be organized where you can ask your club related specific doubts. So yeah, you can join the respective channels and ask the doubts there. Yeah.
Sharvari, just a second.
Yeah.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Adesh Madnaik. I'm the current manager of Tinkerers Lab. If I may interrupt, there's one critical point of about TL that Aniket missed to mention. So it's that we are basically powered by the alumni. So we receive funds from the alumni, and at every stage we have been interacting with a very vast alumni network. They are from the batches of 76 and 90, and they are multimillionaires essentially. And then they had the idea of tinkering at heart, and so we take their help to introduce events and to introduce workshops and to have these internships. So yeah, if you be a convener, you get to interact with them.
Yes, thanks, Adesh.
Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So before we disperse into the respective meets, there are some things that I want to address to you guys, which were common doubts in the chat. So first of them being about the number of conveners that get selected for each club. So that is really a very subjective thing. There is no fixed number of conveners. It depends on the manager and the plan that the institute secretary or the manager has, and it generally ranges from a count of 3 to 6. So that is a subject to change, and that might be known to you after the conveners are selected. Next, a very common question was that can people be in a tech team and then be a convener of a club? That is very well possible. You can be a part of a tech team and be a convener of a club, but then that is a call that you'll have to take, because taking up too many PORs and then too many responsibilities might hamper your academics or stuff like that. So you'll have to manage time, and that is something that you'll have to figure out. But then technically it's allowed. But then being conveners of 2 clubs is something that is not permitted. So you can try going for 2 clubs or 3 clubs or any number of clubs. But then after the groundworks and the assignments and the interviews and stuff, you will be shortlisted, and you will be becoming the convener of only one club out of all the clubs you try. Or probably if it's hurt your day, probably you might not become a convener of a club. So it's like you can become just the convener of one club. And one last thing, there is nothing like being a member of the club. It's like you become a convener, then you become a part of the managing team of the club, wherein you can conduct events and stuff. And even if you don't become a convener, you always can be on the receiving end of the club, wherein you take part in the event, and then have conversation with the seniors, and actively interact with the people in the team. So you can always be part of the team, and you can always help the team. You can always take part in the events, and there is nothing known as a membership of the club. So it's just that you should be enthusiastic, and you can attend the events even if you're not a convener, and be actively involved in the club events. So that was it. Now we may disperse into the respective club channels. Thank you.